back to the GRA Rock-a-Rama Mama Slay Mother's Day Tea Party Extravaganza. Yes, we're here with the wonderful, the marvelous, the Mothermold. We have both Lelena and her awesome, amazing, wonderful daughter Wonder Fisher, who are in this really awesome rocking mother-daughter band, and both are our beloved GRA camper and volunteer, and also rock retreater. So can't wait to get to chat with you both today. It's so good to see you. Well, welcome. So could you tell us the, I don't know, some of the good things that have been going on in your life and clue me back in?
I don't do much stuff other than like school and homework and stuff. So nothing really particularly good has been happening.
You got a dog right before the pandemic.
Oh yeah. Her name is Gabby and she's a Boston Terrier, and yeah, that was pretty good. And it was a coincidence that we got her like in January of 2020, which was like 2 months before the pandemic started. And so she's really helped all of us, like with anxiety and stuff during the pandemic. So
I'm sure. And I heard you had a film come out, Wonder.
well, I have a new one that I'm working on now about last year, 2020, and I'm probably not going to be finished with it anytime soon because I have a lot of things to do and I barely get any time to work on it. But I just got a bunch of interviews from random people asking about their life and about like what they do and stuff during the pandemic and stuff. But it's also about like the Black Lives Matter movement and like stuff like that.
Wow.
But her film from last year, her autism documentary, which was 10 minutes, that was her first real film. And it was in the Girl Improved or Improv Ed Film Festival.
Ooh.
So
That's pretty cool. I would, since I consider 2020 to be the year that wasn't, since everything got canceled, and so far 2021 has kind of felt a little bit like the year of the disappointment, maybe.
Yeah.
It's been a rough year so far, especially in
yeah. There's someone in my class who calls 2021 2020.1 because it's not much different.
So, if you've got stuff from a little bit of, back, it's okay to share that. That's still something awesome. And, just because it happened during the pandemic doesn't mean people don't want to celebrate it. And just like that, like, I know I'm so excited to get to celebrate you both and your relationship. I have to ask, what's it like to play in a mother-daughter band?
it's really fun. And after having been in bands that the members weren't related, it's a lot easier to schedule practices.
Yeah.
When you share a home,
especially since you don't have to like go anywhere, and then you can just be like, let's practice, and then the other one's like, okay, and then we just practice.
Yeah, we don't have to. I mean, it's also a difference from living in New York, where you have to go somewhere else to practice and pay for a separate space and all that stuff. And so, being able to just practice in our home or in our studio we can practice just like, an hour a day rather than scheduling like 3 hours at a time, twice a week or something like that.
Yeah, except we don't really practice an hour a day.
No, well, sometimes we do. We've been focusing more on recording our album lately, actually.
Yeah, well, we don't practice as often as we should because I often don't want to practice. So we end up, when we do practice, sometimes we end up practicing for like 30 minutes. And then other times we end up practicing for an hour, but we don't end up practicing every single day.
That's, sometimes you just got stuff to do,
Well, it's not that I have stuff to do.
Right?
It's not that I have stuff to do. It's just that I don't want to practice.
You got to be in the right mindset to make music or make art of any form. So,
yeah.
I know it's been a while since we've all gotten to play shows, but you two have been playing out for, I'd say, a couple of years, right? Could you share maybe either the funniest or most memorable performance experience you've ever had?
Well, I remember, this isn't really funny, but it's memorable. So whenever we had our shows, I would always invite my classmates from school to come see it. And usually no one from my class came, which wasn't really that surprising. But there was one time when two twins from my class, who I didn't even really know very well, came to our performance. And that was, I was really excited that they came to my performance. And I think I was more nervous in that performance than I was in the other ones, because people I knew but didn't know were there. My friend Hannah came to one of our shows, and that was pretty cool because I didn't really expect anyone from I honestly didn't really expect anyone that we knew to come to our show, because I don't know, I just didn't really expect it. But her entire family came, and it was her and her little sister and her parents, and they actually bought our Because I Said So shirts. So that was pretty cool. And that was also cool because she said it was the only green shirt that she had. So we gave her first green shirt, apparently.
That was at the Thicket, which is a really nice outdoor food trailer park in South Austin on Ditmar and South First. We played there a lot. The main one I thought of that memorable is just the really fun show we had at the Parlor with QQ and Prom Threat.
Yeah,
that was really fun.
Yeah, that was a really good show.
Because we got to eat pizza too.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That was the most exciting thing about the show, is that we got to eat pizza. And did they give us free pizza because we played there?
Pizza's always free for you.
It is?
Do you ever pay?
When you're writing, when you're creating your music, do you ever have any disagreements? And if so, how do those get resolved? Because you gotta. Sometimes it's just one person wants it this way, the other person wants it this way. How do you make a compromise, or when it's a different relationship dynamic than just two randos who happen to be in a band together?
I don't remember any specific time when we disagreed on a song. I mean, like it says in our video, I told her what to play for Wonder Girl, and then she just was kind of, okay, I'll play that. And we don't usually disagree about what to play on the song or anything. So
yeah, I think historically I can be a little bit of a control freak with having led bands in the past, but working with my daughter, I think I let things go a lot more.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, for one thing, you know, what's more important is having fun and having the experience together. But then also, you know, she's a kid, so I can't be that demanding. And fortunately, she's very patient with me because these days she practices more than I do.
I wonder, could you tell me what's your favorite thing about making music with your mom?
That I that there's a chance that I could be famous.
That could be with anybody, though.
And,
I'm talking
and
specifically your mom. I mean, you've been in other bands.
also, I like that I get to spend time with her. But I also like making music because I get to be on YouTube and there's a chance that I'll be famous and stuff, which a normal person that doesn't have a band, there isn't as much of a chance that they'd get famous because they don't do anything to make them famous. And so if you have a band, especially when it's an all-girl band where the drummer's a kid and it's a mother-daughter band, it's so unusual of a band and it's not like other bands that there's a chance that we could become famous because we're unusual and because we have a band.
We are very much alike in some ways, and we're very different in some ways. And so I'm really come from a background of making things, a maker, an artist, right? And I never really wanted to be on stage, or like be a show person or whatever. That's more the craft.
How did you end up like being
in bands?
Yeah.
Because I like writing songs and I like recording, and that it goes with it. I don't dislike it, but well, it was really hard for me at first though. I had stage fright. Well, Wonder here is a natural show person and has wonderful stage presence. So
yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah, I mean, I have ADHD, so it's really easy to have lots of energy when I'm drumming.
Well, you gotta get it while you can, right? So, well, and Lilina, you know, what would you say your favorite thing about getting to be in a band with your daughter is?
Oh gosh, a number of things. I mean, one is having a structured time and place to spend time together, like she was saying. And also she just keeps me playing. Otherwise, I don't know if I would carve out time anymore to play. And so I'm continuing to play and make things.
Yeah,
and
a lot of the songs that she writes were songs that she wrote like for me or like about me or something like that she wrote like when I was really little to like sing to me or whatever. And so we just kind of make those songs into rock songs and add a drum part and a guitar part to them.
But I also like, you know, I volunteered with Girls Rock Camp before she was ever born. And so I already had in my mind, if I had a daughter, I wanted her to play music just as something that she could feel like she's good at. So she's sort of like armed for the battle of, you know, adolescence, of feeling like she's good at something and having confidence. So I enjoy that it's worked out that way. And then I also like the fact that we're making something together now that she will always have after I'm gone.
You've had such an exciting couple of months. You know, do you want to share what fabulous things have been going on in your life outside of, you know, the Mothermold?
Yes, well, I will have a book coming out in 2023, I think. It's a children's picture book that involves information graphics as part of a narrative, a story about two friends. So that's going to come in HarperCollins as the publisher in a couple of years.
I'm so excited for you. Well, I know I can't wait to read or see it, I guess, if it's a picture book. But, well, on that note, speaking of seeing and hearing, let's move on to our performance with the awesome, the marvelous, the mystical, the magical, the Mothermold. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Hi, we're the Mothermold, and we're happy to be part of Girls Rock Austin. The song is called Wonder Girl, and we're gonna talk a little bit about how the song came to be before we play it.
This is Wonder, and when she was little, I wanted to have a song about her, and kind of talk about how some aspects of being a kid are almost like having superhero powers. But it didn't turn out the way I wanted, because it kind of turned out kind of soft and ethereal, and it didn't suit Wonder's personality at all. So I just kind of forgot about it for a while. But one day I told her about it, and she was pretty intrigued about this song about her that was like a superhero. So she pitched in on rewriting it.
Yeah, and then I was telling her I was the one deciding what she would play, because we both wanted it to sound like a superhero song, like a superhero theme song kind of a thing. And so I told her, I told her, I want you to play this. Because to me that sounded like a superhero. So she ended up playing it that way, and so this is how it turned out.
The strength of a mountain, nothing could knock her down. The force of a fountain, bursting from the ground. song is self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Wonder wrote most of the words, except for
And I sing most of the words.
as you shall see.
Yeah. It makes sense why I sing the words that I sing and why she sings the words she sings.